This news blast is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's LGBTQ plus source for news and community information. To learn more about Qberg, check out their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, it's time for another news blast. With a new name and new location, a local LGBTQ plus organization is embracing the county at large. The organization, initially founded in 2021 as Lititz Chooses Love, is now Lancaster Chooses Love. Lancaster County, that is, reflecting the commitment not just to those in the Lititz area. We had been talking about this as an organization since last spring, said Lancaster County Chooses Love Director of Operations Laura Sabatini. We regularly get requests from community members like, am I allowed to use your services because I don't live in Lititz? This is it. Since its founding, the nonprofit organization has mostly been known for its hosting of the now annual Lititz Pride Festival, which Sabatini confirmed will still be a priority despite the widening of the group's mission. This year's festival takes place on June 7th at Lititz Springs Park. With a new name and also comes a new base of operations at 104 to 106 East Main Street in Warwick Township. Previously, the organization split its time between the office space in Rock Lititz Pod 2 and space for its food pantry in nearby St. Paul Lutheran Church in Penryn. Now the food pantry, which Sabatini said served more than 20,000 people last year, will have more space to operate. Lancaster County Chooses Love partners with the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank for weekly deliveries and hosts the pantry free and open to the public on Wednesday nights from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and on Saturdays from 9 a.m. till noon. In addition to the food bank, Lancaster County Chooses Love is working on opening its space for a community clothing closet and library. The East Main Street space will be big enough to host events with a maximum capacity of around 20 people. Sabatini said that the organization is not currently worried about the Trump administration's efforts to slash federal spending, as Lancaster County Chooses Love doesn't receive any direct federal money. The organization, which currently has 2 full-time employees and 4 part-time employees, has an annual budget of $300,000, according to Sabatini. The queer community is entering a scary time, Sabatini said. Even with just some of the executive orders thus far, it's important to share this now to say that we're not going anywhere. We are here to support the LGBTQ plus community and hopefully provide a little hope and reassurance. An impetus for the change also came from the June dissolution of the Lancaster LGBTQ plus coalition. Following the August closure of the Columbia River Rivertown Pride Center, a satellite organization of the Reading-based LGBT Center of Greater Reading, only 3 organizations dedicated to LGBTQ plus Lancastrians remain: Lancaster County Chooses Love, Lancaster Pride, and Trans Minor Rights. Sabatini said that the 3 groups often work together and serve different facets of the community. Now, with President Donald Trump's continued rollback of federal protections of LGBTQ plus people and aid related to the services there too, Sabatini said that a big twofold challenge for the organization is the fear that people feel for their safety, as well as the emboldening of groups that have a lot of hate and bigotry towards the LGBTQ plus community. When people are scared, they're looking for support and connection, Sabatini said. Even since the election, we've seen a huge uptick of requests for support and programming. You are seeing companies rolling back their DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, which is sometimes how we receive sponsorships. We may not be able to get the same sponsorships as we did in the past. It's a concern, but we're not panicking. In the face of those potential challenges, Sabatini said that one of the main goals of the newly structured organization is to diversify where funds are coming from. While the organization doesn't yet have a therapist or social worker on staff, another goal is to grow in ways that help the community on a more personal level, including creating capacity for one-on-one support. You don't have to live in Lititz to make use of any of our services, Sabatini said. We really are here to serve everyone in this whole larger community. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. If you are watching this video on YouTube, please be sure to click the subscribe button. Well, that's our news blast. Up next, we have the latest weather forecast for the Meadville area from the National Weather Service here on PEP Radio.